there, and welcome. Welcome to my car. I'm still in the same car I was in the last time. That's not to say there hasn't been an event since. Actually, have I been in my new car? Yes, I think I was in my new car last Sunday, wasn't I? So, I got a new car last Sunday. Thrilled to bits I was. Driving it to my second job on Wednesday, and it died on me. Far from ideal. Big up to Jake for coming to rescue me. Yeah, so it conked out. Turns out the clutch had gone, and I'm no mechanic, but I know that that's not a good thing. So £300 later, although £150 of it was given to me by the lady I bought the car from, I am now back on the road. I'm not actually here to talk about cars. I've got stupid hair. Get over there, man. Right, okay. A minute in, why am I here? I'm here to talk about Jumanji, the next level. So, long ago, in #the past, the original Jumanji came out. I was a kid at the time. I think I was maybe early teens. Watched it, loved it. I also have a big soft spot for Zathura. I think it was one of the first films Jon Favreau did as a director, but I haven't checked that fact. It might even have been his first film. I don't know. And obviously he went on to direct Iron Man and so on. But yeah, I like Zathura a lot. And then the whole franchise was dormant until at the start of 2018. The drums started playing, and yeah, we went back to Jumanji, only this time, and this is Jumanji Welcome to the Jungle. Instead of the game coming out, the characters in the film went in. And no one really expected very much from this, or I certainly didn't. Cracking cast, Dwayne Johnson, Kevin Hart, Jack Black, and wonderful Karen Gillan were the four leads. And I remember going to see it with a lady, a friend of mine who I knew from one of my weight loss groups that I used to run. Her and her sister both had Limitless cards, so they used to go all the time. And this was at the start of 2018, so I was no longer working as a weight loss consultant, and I was signed off from my job I used to do at the children's school, basically because I was a few months on, not even a few months, a few weeks on from my sort of breakdown episode. So I went to see The Greatest Showman with them, again before the hype exploded, which was quite interesting. And then they were like, oh, we're going to go and see Jumanji Welcome to the Jungle next week. And I remember thinking, well, I'm not that bothered, but I'll just give it a bash. And it was so much fun. I mean, all the lols. Loads of action, great characters, really felt for them, and it was an absolute blast. And it's like in the summer when I was talking about Hobbs and Shaw, which obviously also stars Dwayne Johnson, human charisma machine. Once in a while you just want to see something big and silly that you can just disengage your brain and just watch things blow up. But actually, Jumanji Welcome to the Jungle had more heart and more sort of, I connected with the characters and the story more than really I had any business doing. So it was a real surprise for me. Not surprising that they went on to make another one, which is Jumanji The Next Level, which is what I've just been to see. I will say, 5 Live film critic, general god of cinema reviewing, Mark Kermode, said that he hopes they don't make another one, and I kind of agree with him. However, in terms of this particular film that I went to see tonight, if you're asking for my review and my thoughts, again, like its predecessor, I absolutely loved it. It is so much fun. And one of the main things for me that made me love the Jumanji Welcome to the Jungle was the body swap element and that wonderful thing of who they are in real life and then who they are in the game, and the juxtaposition of those things, because obviously the girl Bethany, who ends up in the game as Jack Black, goes from being blonde and slim and pretty and popular to being a short, overweight, beardy man who's the cartographer, and she's not best pleased. We saw a really awkward, shy girl become Karen Gillan's Ruby Roundhouse. And if Father Christmas is listening, if I could wake up on Christmas Day and look like Karen Gillan, that would be top banana, because Mother of God, that woman is so attractive. The red hair and the pale skin and the waist that's about this wide and the abs. But she just does this wonderful thing of being, you can see the awkwardness of the character Martha underneath all of Ruby's confidence. And they all did a great job of that in the film. They do an equally wonderful job this time. And the twist is, just to keep it fresh, is there are other characters in there. So this time when they get sucked into the game, they take with them Spencer's grandfather. Spencer is the guy who ends up being Dwayne Johnson's, what's his name? Smolder Bravestone, I think. So the best name ever. So yeah, you get his grandfather, played by Danny DeVito, and also his lifelong friend, who he's fallen out with, also gets sucked into the game, and he's played by Danny Glover. So you've got the two Dannys, and they just bring this wonderful freshness to it. Before they go into the game, Danny Glover is the very epitome of crotchety old man, and he keeps making this grumpy face, like this full-on, I'm not having it, grumpy, sulky face. And all I kept thinking was Phil from Hercules, who obviously he did the voice for, and I kept thinking he's turned in his old age, he looks more and more like the animated character Phil from Hercules. So they add a new spin to everything. There are more new characters introduced to accommodate the fact that there's more players in the game. Lovely Nick Jonas makes a return this time. Very good again, very welcome return from him. And it's great fun. The villain this time around is played by, I've just looked up the guy's name, Rory McCann. Most of you won't know his name. However, you will immediately look at him and go, it's the Hound from Game of Thrones, because that was what I did. But I thought, you know what, I should really know the guy's name. So it's Rory McCann, in case it comes up in a pub quiz. So he's the villain. I won't explain the plot, but they have to complete the game again. The jeopardy of the lives, they've got the tattoos on their arm where every time they die in the game they lose a life, and I had forgotten that from the original, and then when it happened I was like, there's that edge of, you care about these characters and you really don't want them to lose that final life. The set pieces are nuts, massively full on, loads of action, loads of jeopardy. You've got some great animal attack characters, so there's a sequence with ostriches, and then there's another one with monkeys who aren't baboons but look like them. I've forgotten what the monkeys were called. Yeah, I was going to say something there, but it would be a bit of a spoiler, so I won't. But yeah, they've all got their roles to play in the games again. They've got their strengths and their weaknesses. Yeah, it's just fun. It's so much fun. Really great for this time of year to just sort of switch your brain off and go and see it. It's broadly suitable for children. It depends on how you feel about your children hearing Danny DeVito say things like holy shit. There's a joke about a eunuch, which might lead you to having to explain to a child what a eunuch is. However, it was a very funny joke, and I did laugh out loud quite a few times. But it's just perfect for this time of year when you've got children to entertain and you don't necessarily want to watch something Christmassy. This is a big, bright, bold, colourful, funny, warm, gloriously fun, family-friendly action film, and I give it all the thumbs up. However, as I said, as the good doctor on 5 Live says, I really hope it's the last one, because no one really expected Welcome to the Jungle to be very good, and it was, and then they've done it again and they've got away with it again, but I think a third might be pushing their luck, and if that's the last time we get to spend with these characters, then 2 films is wonderful, and it has been quite a ride. I look forward to seeing it again at some point, showing it to my children when they're a little bit older, but I would definitely give it a massive thumbs up. It has been a joy and nice at this time of year to just go and sit down for 2 hours and do something for me. So I'm high-fiving myself for a little bit of self-care this evening, because yeah, I'm not the best at that. So I have looked after me, I've taken myself to the cinema, I've had a lovely time, and now I'm going to get this uploaded. As ever, if you like what I do, subscribe, share the videos, like the videos, bring them to the attention of your friends. I'd really appreciate it. That's it from me for now. TTFN, Katie out.